you. Now today we will start with a new chapter in English literature, The Kite Maker. Open your books to page number 12. Page number 12, chapter number 2, The Kite Maker. Got the chapter?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so how many of you love to fly kites? Yes, one is
Mommy.
raising hand. What about others?
Ma'am, me. Ma'am, me.
Ma'am, me too.
Ma'am, me.
Okay, okay. Even
Ma'am, me.
girls?
Yes, mommy. पतंग बहुत बड़े मेरी क्लास में
Alright.
मैम
No, ma'am, I
देखो
don't know.
चैप्टर है ना तो काइट मेकर में हमने कहा कौन कौन पतंग उड़ाता है सब बोल रहे मैम सब पतंग बाजो
Who is this? Beta, when you utter nonsense, please mute your mic. Okay, so many of you love to fly kites. Now this chapter is about a kite maker. Alright, and written by Ruskin Bond. I hope you all must have read stories by Ruskin Bond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, alright.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what can you tell me about Ruskin Bond? Can you tell me something?
Ma'am, may I tell you?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, Ruskin Bond is the
Yes,
Ma'am, Iram.
yes,
Ma'am, Ruskin Bond wrote his first novel, The Room on the Roof, at the age of year 17, and the book was published at the age of year 21. He also got the prize of Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan, and the famous novel of his, The Blue Umbrella.
okay, alright. Yes,
Krishna.
yes, Krishna.
It was awarded the
Yes,
National Film
Krishna.
Award for Best Screenplay.
He is an English Indian man. He wrote many stories like The Untouchable, the Night Train at Dioli, and he is very famous.
Okay, alright. So, Ruskin Bond, he is an Indian author but belongs to Britain, means blood. His ancestors were of Britain, but he is an Indian author and he has written over 500 short stories and essays and novels. And now most of what he has written, now it is influenced by the life in the hill stations. And he spent a large part of his childhood living in the foothills, means in the lower areas of the Himalayas, like small hill stations. And in his books you find a lot about the life in the hill stations. And his first novel, The Room on the Roof, it was written when he was just 17 years old, and it was published when he was 21. And his another popular novel, The Blue Umbrella, it was also made into a Hindi film, and this film was awarded the National Film Award for Best Children's Film. This was in 2007. And he was also awarded the Sahitya Academy Award in 1992, and it was for Our Trees Still Grow in Dehra. And then he was awarded the Padma Shri in 1999 and the Padma Bhushan in 2014. And at present he lives with his adopted family in Landor, Mussoorie. So he is living in Mussoorie with his adopted family as of now. Okay, so The Kite Maker. And this story is about an old kite maker and his grandson. So, Krishna, start reading, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. The Kite Maker. There was but one tree in the street known as Gali Ramnath, an ancient banyan that had grown through the cracks of an abandoned mosque, and little Ali's kite had caught in its branches. The boy, barefoot and clad only in a torn shirt,
ran along the cobblestones of a narrow street to where his grandfather sat nodding dreamily in the sunshine of their back courtyard.
Okay.
Grandfather
Wait,
shouted,
wait, beta. So, in the street which was known as Gully Ramnath, there was just one tree. On that particular street, there was just one tree, and this was an ancient, very old banyan tree. And this banyan tree, it had grown from the cracks. There was a mosque there, but now it was abandoned, means it was deserted, left. No one was praying there in that mosque, no one was living there, and so it was abandoned. And there were cracks because it was a very old mosque, and out of the cracks, uh, an ancient banyan tree was growing, and little Ali, his kite had caught in the branches of that ancient banyan tree. So there was just one tree on that street, and little Ali's kite, it got caught in the branches of that tree. And the boy, he was barefoot, no slippers on, and clad means he was wearing only a torn shirt, a shirt which was torn, not nice and proper shirt, a torn shirt. And he ran along the cobblestones, means the street was narrow, and it was not a proper metal road, and so there were stones all over it. And so he ran on that street to his grandfather, and his grandfather, he sat nodding dreamily. So he was sitting, and he was like this, eyes closed, and he was half sleeping and half in his daydreaming. And he was sitting and enjoying the sunshine in his back courtyard. Yes, now Krishna, you read.
Ma'am, I don't have the book. Ma'am, I'm not reading. Ma'am, Anjali
Okay, yes, beta, you read.
Ma'am, Iram.
Yes, Anjane.
Ma'am, Prakhar.
हाँ बेटा, read.
Grandfather shouted the boy, my kite has gone. The old man woke from his daydream with a start and raising his head, displayed a breed that would have been white had it not been dyed red with.
Mehendi.
Ma'am, what is this?
Mehendi.
Mehndi leaves.
Okay.
Mehndi leaves did the twin breed.
Okay, wait, beta. So the boy, he ran to his grandfather and he shouted, "Grandfather, my kite is gone." And because his kite got caught in the branches of that very old banyan tree, so he said, "Grandfather, my kite is gone." And the old man, like I told you, he was enjoying the sunshine, eyes closed, and he was nodding like this, daydreaming. So he woke from his daydream, and means you are half sleeping and someone wakes you, shouts very loudly, so what, you will wake with a start. So he woke up with a shock, and he showed a beard. You know what is a beard? What is a beard?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, daddy.
Okay, so he
Daddy.
he had a beard. Now it would have been white, but you know what he did? He colored it with mehendi leaves, and so it was now red, because he colored it with mehendi leaves. So it would have been white, but now it was dyed red. And okay, yes, Prakhar, continue.
Ma'am. Ma'am, did the twine break? He asked. I knew that kite twine is not what it used to be. No, grandfather, the kite is stuck in the banyan tree. The old man chuckled. You have yet to learn how to fly a kite properly, my child, and I am too old to teach you. That's the pity of it, but you shall have another.
Okay,
He
wait,
had
wait.
just finished speaking.
Okay. So the grandfather, he asked that did the twine break. Now what is a twine? the strong thread which is attached to the kite. All right. And so he said that did that thread did it break? And so grandfather said, I know that now those twines, those threads with which you, the string with which you fly the kite, now they are not very strong as they used to be in the older days. So the boy was like, Ali was like, no, no, grandfather, the twine did not break, but the kite, it got stuck in the banyan tree. So when he said that the kite got stuck in the banyan tree, so the old man chuckled, he laughed, and he said that you still need to learn how to fly a kite, and you still don't know how to fly a kite properly. And he says, but I am too old to teach you now, and that's the pity, means you don't know how to fly it properly, and I am too old to teach you how to fly it properly. But he said, grandfather said to Ali, but don't bother, don't worry, you will have another kite, means I will give you another kite. Okay, is Karthik there?
Yes, ma'am.
Read, beta.
He had just finished making a new kite from bamboo paper and thin silk, and it lay in the sun, firming up. It was a pale pink kite with a small green tail. The old man handed it to Ali, and the boy raised himself on his toes and kissed his grandfather's out cheek. I will not lose this one, he said. This kite will fly like a bird. And he turned on his heels and skipped out of the courtyard.
Okay,
The old
all
man
right,
remained.
see, Karthik. So, the old man, grandfather, he had just finished making a new kite, and this kite was made from bamboo paper and very thin silk. And now it was laying in the sun to become firm, because when you apply glue and all, it becomes soft, the paper becomes soft. So it was there in the sun, so that it can stick properly also, and it could become more strong also. And so it was there in the sun firming up, and the kite was of pale pink, very very light pink color, and it had a small green tail. So pink and green, so the kite was pink, and it had a small green tail. And the old man, he gave that kite to Ali. He became so happy, he had just lost his kite, so he was so happy, and he raised himself on his toes. He was a small boy, so he was not able to reach where his grandfather was sitting, so that he can kiss him on his cheek. And so he raised him on his toes and kissed his grandfather on his hollowed out, you if you have seen very old, thin old people, so their cheeks are in, all right, and it looks like
Yes,
there's a
ma'am.
hollow here. And so he kissed his grandfather on his hollowed out cheek, and then he said that he said to his grandfather that I will not lose this one, and this kite will fly like a bird. And then he turned on his heels, means he just turned back, and very happily he skipped out of the courtyard to fly this new kite. Okay, Ahana. Yes, is Ahana there? Iram, you read.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ahana, read.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yes,
Anna. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am.
yes, hurry up.
Ma'am, I am having issues. Ma'am, network issues.
What's the problem, beta? Iram, you read.
Okay, ma'am. The old man remained dreaming in the sun. His kite shop was gone. The premises long since sold to a junk dealer, but he still made kites for his own amusement and for the benefit of his grandson, Ali. Not many people bought kites these days. Adults disdained them and children preferred to spend their money at the cinema. Moreover, there was not many open spaces left for the flying of kites. The city had swallowed up the open grassland that had stretched from the old fort's walls to the river bank.
Okay. So the old man, after giving the kite to his grandson, he again remained dreaming, eyes closed, dreaming in the sun, and he was remembering the past days, and now his kite shop was no longer there. So the kite shop was gone, and the premises, means where he had his kite shop, that premises, it was also sold to a junk dealer. Who is a junk dealer? Junk dealer in Hindi, what do you call a junk dealer?
Ma'am, metal seller. Ma'am, metal seller.
Metal seller only.
Ma'am,
Junk.
who takes waste items?
Yes, junk.
Ma'am, metal seller or waste material seller.
Ma'am, waste item.
What do you
Waste
call?
item. Ma'am, who takes junk
Yes.
metals.
What do you call that person who takes your junk? You know, in your where you live.
Ma'am, kabadi.
Yes,
Ma'am, kabadi wala.
Right,
Kabadi.
wala.
Kabadi.
And so the premises was also sold to a junk dealer, and but you know, so the kite shop was gone, and the place also where he used to have his shop, that was also gone. But now he still made kites, and he made kites for his own sake, and also for his grandson Ali. And he is thinking, and he is like into his daydream, and not many people, in the present time also, if you see, not many people buy kites these days. And adults now, they disdain, means they look down upon kite flying, and children, they prefer to spend their money on something else. So here he is mentioning that they prefer to spend their money at the cinema rather than to buy kites and fly them. And then the old man, he is into his own into his own thoughts, and he is like that now even not many open spaces are left for the flying of kites, because all the places had been taken up to form houses and all. And so the city, it had swallowed the open grassland, means once what you had, those large fields with grass, and now it had all been taken up from the old fort's wall to the river bank. Means once there was this huge field, all right, huge open space left open, but now it was all taken up by the city, means now they had houses and all at that place. Okay, who will read now? Mahira?
Mummy, and Nabil Sam.
Okay, Naved. Naved, read.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Moreover, there were not many open spaces left for the flying of kites. The city had
That we
swallowed
have
up
already
the
done.
open
Next paragraph.
grassland that had.
Naved, next paragraph.
Okay, ma'am. But the old man remembered a time when grown men flew kites and great battles were fought. The kites silvering and swooping in the sky, tangling with each other until the string of one was severed. Then the defeated but liberated kite would float away into the blue unknown. There was a good deal of betting and money
Frequently.
changed hands. Kite flying was then the
Alright.
kite flying was then the sport of kings and the.
Naved, wait, beta. So the old man, he still remembered that there was once a time when the grown men also, now we see only small children here and there sometimes flying kites. Otherwise, if you see around also, very rarely you will find people flying kites. And one special day after a particular festival, you might see others also, elders also flying kites. What is that particular festival when you fly kites?
Ma'am, Basant Panchami.
Man Basant Panchami. Man Makar Sankranti and Basant Panchami.
All right.
Yes, ma'am, Makar Sankranti.
And one more.
And Man Basant Panchami.
Once there
Ma'am,
is one more day.
Ma'am, Basant
Man
Panchami.
Basant
Ma'am,
Panchami.
Makar Sankranti.
Man Basant Panchami.
Okay,
Ma'am,
now
Makar
good.
Sankranti.
Listen. Even if you answer once, I will hear. I am not deaf at all. Why you continue saying the same thing over and over again? All right. There is also one particular day when a lot of kites are flown. The day after
Ma'am.
Diwali. What is
Yes,
that?
ma'am. It's called
Makar Sankranti.
Beta.
Ma'am, Makar Sankranti.
Jangad. Makar Sankranti. I already heard. Now I'm asking about something else. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Jamgarh.
Yes.
Jamgarh. Jamgarh.
Okay. All right. So the
Jamgarh.
old man, now you can mute your mics. Now the old man, he remembered a time that when not only small children but even grown men, they used to fly kites, and great battles they were fought, and the kites, they used to change, flow in the air and change their direction here and there, and they were swooping in the sky, and so many kites flying together, so they used to tangle with each other, and and they used to tangle and
Excuse me, ma'am.
fly till the time one of means one kite string was severed, means one kite string was broken or cut off. And if you have seen a kite flying, and what happens to a kite after a string is cut, so the though it is said that that is the defeated kite, means it has lost because the other kite has broken it or cut it. And so but the kite which is cut, it still floats in the sky like a liberated means free. It is not attached to a string which is in control of another person, but now the kite is free on its own to float into the blue sky. And at that time, when the people, they used to, even grown-ups, they used to fly kites, so they used to bet money also, that okay, I will cut your kite and the string of your kite, and I will win. And also they bet also, and even money was involved in that betting. Okay, who will read?
Ma'am, Myra.
Yes, Myra.
Ma'am, how the Nawab himself would come down to riverside with his retinue to return to participate in the noble pastime. There was time then to spend an ideal hour with a gain dance strip of paper. Now everyone hurried in a heat of hope, and delicate things like kites and daydreams were trampled underfoot.
Okay, first it is retinue. All right, that word was retinue. Then participate.
Okay, ma'am.
The correct pronunciation is noble, not noble, noble. Noble pastime. Then spend and idle. Idle are
I did.
idle. Hurried, trampled. Okay, then it is trampled. Okay, so the old man,
Okay.
he is thinking about the past days and the old days gone by, and so he is remembering that at that time kite flying, it was also the sport of kings, means even kings and nawabs, they were involved into kite flying. And the old man, he remembered a time when the nawab, he also used to come to the riverside with his retinue. See what is retinue? Means the king and nawabs, they never moved alone. They used to move with a group of people, some advisors, assistants, and other people, bodyguards and all, moving along with him. So the king or the nawab, he used to come to the riverside with his retinue to participate in this pastime. So at that time, it was a noble pastime. Why noble? Because even people belonging to like even kings and nawabs, and even people belonging to the highest rate of society, they also used to indulge in kite flying. And so the old man, he's thinking that there was a time then, means at that time people, they had enough time when they could spend an idle hour, means, and you were not running after things, and like the time now is, you don't have time for anything. You're always running from here, from one place to another, doing this and doing that. But at that time, people, they had time that they could take out an extra hour to spend time with this gay dancing, means happy dancing strip of paper. Means at that time, people had extra time which they can give to kite flying. But now everyone, hurried. And now the time is that everyone is in a hurry and in a heat of hope, and means, people are after so many things, material things, money and all that. All the time people are busy and hurrying. And so now, in all that, delicate things like kites and daydreams, now they are trampled underfoot. Trampled means they are crushed by the foot of the people. Means now we don't pay attention to delicate things. Why? Because we are always in a hurry. All right, we have a hope set on something. We have a hope that, okay, we want to do this, we want to achieve this, we want to earn so much money, and this is what we want to do in life. So, in mad hurry we are after that thing, and so we don't have time for simple things of life. That is what it means. Okay, yes, who will read?
Ma'am Gargi.
Gargi?
Ma'am Karthik.
Yes, Gargi.
Yes, ma'am. He, Mahmood the kite maker, had in the prime of his life been well known throughout the city. Some of his more elaborate kites once sold for as much as 3 or 4 rupees each. At the request of the Nawab,
Beta, wait. I didn't had a look at the time. Okay, so now, Mahmood, this grandfather whom we are talking about, when he was in the prime of his life, means when he was young and he had so much strength. Now at that time, he was well known. Everyone knew him in the city. Why? Because, he made such huge and elaborate and nice kites, and some of his big and elaborate kites, they were sold. Naved, mute your mic. They were sold for as much as 3 or 4 rupees each. Means, at for considering that time, 3 or 4 rupees was a really big amount. So, at that time, many of his some of his very huge elaborate kites, they were sold for 3 or 4 rupees each also. Okay, so for today we'll stop here. Have you all understood what we
Excuse
did
me, ma'am.
now?
what's the meaning of elaborate?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, elaborate here we mean, not simple kites but huge, big kites with, so many trimmings and silk attached and tails attached, faces painted on it and all that. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can we write the wordings in the copy?
Beta, that you do when I tell you. Okay? Alright, so that would be all for today.